Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Positive Success Show. I'm your host, Dominique Narciso, and I'm excited to share with you this week's episode on summoning your best self. How do you summon your best self? I have been reflecting a lot in terms of the past several years of my life where my identity has shifted, my environment has shifted. I went from being a US diplomat to a full-time online entrepreneur, from living in Peru to South Korea and now Australia. And through all of those changes, through all of the challenges, through all of the transition, when I think about the best of who I am, it's three things. It's when I'm centered, when I'm creative, and when I'm collaborating. So centered, creative, and collaborating. And so the first, centered. What does this mean to be centered? For all of us, we have a different rhythm of life, different people to take care of, different jobs that we have, just different careers that expect a certain level of bandwidth and energy from us. But for you, I'm curious, what does being centered mean in your life today? What do you need to have in place in order for you to feel that harmony, in order for you to feel a sense of calm, in order for you to feel like, your days are going, but they're not overwhelming. They're more so flowing. They're flowing well. It feels good. There's a centeredness to the way that you're existing. So what does that look like for you, being centered? I'll give you a brief peek into my world right now. My life has been in upheaval for the past half year as my family has moved to a new country and we're getting the kids settled in. I'm trying to get settled into my new space, my new studio here, my new success studio. And that feeling of centeredness for me is actually, as much as it is, having harmony in the home, it's creativity. I know I am at my best when I am creating things that I love. And so this example of this video or this podcast episode is a form of my centeredness. When I'm creating, I feel good. So aside from being centered, creativity was another aspect that brings my best self. So what can you be creative in? What can you create? What can you spend time building, thinking, planning, organizing, whatever that is for you. There are some folks that are watching right now that love working with their hands, building, things with bricks, or not bricks, but with wood and, actually building things. Or there's folks that like building things in their mind, like writing a book, painting a picture in your mind and actually painting it. What is it that you want to create? Because when you are in creation mode, you are summoning something within that is magical, that is you, that is uniquely you. And so I really urge you to think about, how can you bring creativity, creation to your life? What is it that you want to build, that you want to make, that you want to put your time into, that you're going to make an effort to, spend your time getting good at? That creativity is so important to the human spirit, especially in these times when the world has fundamentally changed and the way we live and work is different. So think about, what are the ways that you want to be creative? And finally, the most, probably just, at least for me, one of the most important aspects of summoning my best self is collaboration. Collaborating with others, being in communion, being in a community, socializing, albeit it's through the internet, but just connecting and collaborating with other like-minded, creative, fun people that are going to spark curiosity in you, that are going to spark a sense of challenge, that are going to spark something within you that you cannot spark on your own. You must find a group of people, a tribe, a community, a group, even just one other person that you really jive with, that you vibe with, that you can share your stories, you can share what you're reading, and you just get hyped up on the phone or you get hyped up over a Zoom call. Because these are the kinds of folks that are going to help you summon your best self. When you are in that interaction of socializing with them, sharing ideas, being creative with them, it just creates a whole nother level of your daily life, your weekly life. I recently connected with an old friend from South Korea, and within an instant, it was like just the vibe was there again, and we were just sharing thoughts. I was getting really deep and reflective and philosophic about life. But I realized, in the age of upheaval, in this age of not knowing what's next or what's around the corner or how to plan even for the next week, it's so important to remember to summon your best self, to summon your potential by knowing what you need to be your best. What do you need to be your best? So my 3 areas that I need in order to summon my best self is 1, being centered, 2, being creative, and 3 is being collaborative. That's what lights me up. That's what gets me up in the morning. That's what makes me excited about the day. And it helps me step into and grow into that best person. It's not perfect every day, though. There are going to be hard days, but all in all, think about, the environment, the qualities of your life, the activities of your life that you need to have in place in order to be your best self. All right. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, do me a favor and please subscribe to the podcast and rate it. And also, if you can, go to my website at www.domnarciso.com and sign up for my weekly newsletter. There, I will send you more inspiration, more strategies, more ideas on how to live a life of positive success, on how to improve, your sense of self, improve your confidence, improve your productivity, so that you can show up as your best self. I believe that we are all capable of being better, that we are all capable of achieving our dreams, but it takes work. It takes work and vision and focus. And as long as you're focused on being as optimistic and positive as you can, as you move forward into the future, success is yours for the taking, whatever that means for you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening, watching. Remember to be bold, be positive, and take action every day.